So we've got about 15 minutes here, members. I'm wondering if we might start in on our board member reports, if we could, and let's start with Member Baca.
Well, I made comments yesterday about the Student Success Task Force, and I have been busy, as most of the task force members have been, on going around and listening in on comments from the field. And it's very important for us to, of course, take those comments, and we'll be working on them tomorrow and in the preceding weeks. But did attend the Chief Student Services Officers hearing, the LA Chamber hearing, the State Academic Senate plenary. We were as part of the panel there with the Chancellor and others. And I will be visiting the North Orange County continuing education folks this coming week and discussing the student success with them. And then I will be on a panel at the Community College League Conference, and have also spent some time in smaller group venues, both at Rio Hondo and Mount Sac and a couple other places. And just the last couple of things, I'll save my comments for the MOU for a little bit later, but the VET Summit is on December 1st and 2nd, as you're all aware of, and I just want to compliment very much the Faculty Association, also Linda Makalowski in the Chancellor's office, and their staffs in putting this together, because it looks really great, and I think it's going to be a very good summit.
Great.
Thank you.
Before Member Price, speaking of that, everybody is aware that we are meeting, I think it's on November 18th in Jerry at the League Conference. Everybody, please contact in Jerry regarding travel arrangements and all of that. Member Price.
Okay, I have a short report. I have finally got the Student Affairs Committee up and running. We have our first meeting after this meeting at the Chancellor's office today. And the second thing is that yesterday I received my acceptance letter into the nursing school at College of the Desert, and so I will be beginning.
Congratulations.
Member Davis-Lund.
I attended one of the last CPEC events in Sacramento in October, which was quite exciting. One of the most well-developed and successful professional development grants that I've ever seen is something that CPEC was the overseer of. And it was professional development for elementary school teachers in the field of science in rural communities in California. Also, I attended with board member Baca the plenary session and heard a well-developed panel discussion with our Chancellor, Barry Russell, Manuel Baca, Jane Patton, and others. The comments were thoughtful. It was a robust discussion which continued on. I attended over 4 hours of faculty discussing the Student Success Task Force. So I am pleased that there have been so many venues for input with this, including online. Thank you.
Great. Member Malumed.
For the past, I should say this past Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I attended the Student Senate General Assembly. And I learned a lot. I met some very nice people and future leaders of our state, hopefully. And they also had me do a discussion, a smaller breakout discussion about the Board of Governors. So I explained a little bit about who we are and answered a lot of questions. So I just want to let you know they ran a great meeting. I have new appreciation for our Vice Chancellor Michalowski and President Feliciano. They really do a great job, and a lot got done. So good news to report from there. Thank you.
Member Burr.
I will be brief since I'm brand new, but sorry. I'll be brief because I'm the new kid on the block. And I spent a lot of my time preparing all of the paperwork for confirmation by the State Senate, which is in and of itself a daunting challenge. And then I've been spending an awful lot of time dealing with the budget challenges at City College of San Francisco. That's, as you all well know, top priority for us at the moment, to try to figure out how to get the school's work done with the cuts in the budget. But it's been very encouraging for me to sit in this group and hear the positives, so thank you for that.
Good. The gentleman from Creston, California.
Central Coast. I had the
Henry.
opportunity. Is it not on? Okay, I'm sorry. I had the opportunity to participate at the recent Network of California Community College Foundations conference in Anaheim, where I participated on a trustee best practices panel. I also was able very happily to present awards for stellar design at the recent Community College Facilities Coalition conference here in Sacramento. With Fred Harris, in conjunction with that gathering, I participated at a very important meeting of a collaborative of state utility company executives who are exploring opportunities to work with our system and our colleges on utility design best practices, on incentives for energy reduction in cost and use, and training and partnerships involving our faculty and our students that I think is very promising and has been in play for a while, but I think is ready for a next stage of development. I hope to be involved with that group's discussions accordingly. And then finally, just on a note for the future, I regretted that we had to scrap the discussion today on system libraries, owing to the fact that that report was not ready for prime time. But I have had some occasion in the last 6 months to have conversations with Kenley Newfield, who is the director of the California Community College Librarians Association, and Mark Stengel, who in my local area at Cuesta College is the chief of library services. And I would like to signal my strong interest and hopefully gain support from other members of this board to organize some kind of an engagement with them beyond just the reporting of the recent study to talk about the future of libraries within our system. As we saw in the presentation yesterday by the folks from Inkling, this new technology that we're developing, new ways of understanding the teaching practice, cost issues that we're dealing with as a system present whole new opportunities and challenges for us in terms of how we understand the role of libraries and learning centers. And I think it would behoove us to have a discussion about long-term thinking in terms of how this affects facilities, investments in development, how this affects curriculum and teaching. So my great hope is that sometime early in the new year, at one of our meetings, we could have an engagement to start that conversation.
Member McDougall.
Pass.
Member Haley. Member Hawkins.
Thank you. I would like to echo Barbara Davis-Lyman's comments about the Student Success Task Force. While I have not been able to attend some of the town hall meetings and the like, the amount of vetting that's being done in our system is truly unprecedented, and I want to thank Peter and Jack for spearheading that process. Also, on a more directly related to my position, the applications for Classified Employees of the Year are on the State Chancellor's Office website, and the applications are due to the Chancellor's Office from the districts on March 15th. I would really like to encourage board members. It would be wonderful if we could have hundreds of applications throughout the whole system, but at least one from every district would be a wonderful goal to set. So if you could help out and spread that word, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Member Azumi, you've had quite a number of travels lately.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Yes, I actually did just get back from Qatar in the Persian Gulf. Last week I attended for the whole week the World Education Summit, and I was the guest of the Secretary General of the Association of British Commonwealth Universities at the gala dinner, and we had the honor of having the Queen of Qatar come to greet members of our table, and so that was really quite an experience. Also, too, I had the opportunity to meet a number of great leaders there, including Gordon Brown, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, and also Charles Clarke, the former Minister of Education of Great Britain. So we had conversations, extremely interesting conversations with, these individuals. So it was a great opportunity to, talk about the community colleges on a world stage. And it's amazing to see the number of people from different parts of the world who knew about the California community colleges.
Yeah.
And who had people that they knew who attended at some of our colleges at one time or another. So that was a great thing to see about our impact worldwide. And so I will also be actually moderating a panel in a couple days at Sacramento City College on, sponsored by the U.S. Army, on education issues and the military. And that panel will also have as a member Barbara Davis Lyman. So thank you.
Very good. Member Reed.
Yes, I had the opportunity of attending the task force meeting in Fresno for the Central Valley and found a very valuable experience, and I'd like to compliment our coordinator of that program. Eric Skinner and the chancellor always do an excellent job, but I think it was Amy, I believe, that was the monitor of that, and she just did a wonderful job, and I think she deserves to be complimented. So thank you.
Very good. Okay, that completes our board member reports. Vice